I watched a bit of live footage as well from you playing, and then there's a lot of energy and interaction even between you, the way you look at each other. And so what is going through your mind when you're playing? Is it a conscious thing, or are you trying to forget?
We're just feeling the flow of the energy from the audience to us to the audience, between two of us to the orchestra, our drummer, everyone
Waves
mixes and it multiplies. It multiplies, and then it goes
up and back, and we connect. We make love.
It starts like
audience.
this, and it's growing, growing until it explodes.
Make love to the orchestra. It's one big orgy of sounds, of beauty, celebration of life, of music. We connect to universe all together, and just like
it's like in sex, you know. There is first like you have foreplay, and then it's getting
and
more
we
and
all
more
get
excited.
high without drugs, and we are above the ground. We are not on the ground. We're just floating, all of us.
But I find it very interesting. But I find it very interesting because those live shows that you play, there's if we compare it to classical cello concerts and then the kind of what we've discussed earlier, there's a lot more energy. There's a lot more going on. You like to make jokes in between. So is that part of it as well to kind of break with the way classical?
You need to relax
are?
People. You need to make them feel welcome, relaxed, that they're part of this beautiful story. And if you're just creating a wall and strict, and you're just doing the contra effect. So we're really trying to connect to the audience and to communicate our joy of making this music.
So what is one of the best reactions you had from a fan? Maybe in the audience, maybe that came up later.
On each show, something spontaneous happens. Someone in the 20th row yells something funny, everyone is laughing, and then you joke with him or her, and everyone is having fun. Then a few times happened that some kids, they climbed the stage and started dancing around us.
And then all the other people come and on stage and dance. Crazy.
So the spontaneous things like this happen because we let the audience to have fun, to enjoy, to do what they want. We tell them at the beginning of the show, on our shows, you can do whatever you want. You know,
and
there are no rules.
The beauty of this, what we are doing, is every show is different. You never know what's gonna happen on the next show.
Right.
So it's always a surprise for us as well.
So can that go wrong? Have you had a show where it kind of it got out of hand a little bit? Or?
It never gets wrong.
This approach can never be wrong.
Yes, never.
Because even if a mistake happens, you make it like a joke.
Yes.
You joke about it. If a cello stops working, you take a microphone, you say something funny, and then they fix the cello, and that even a bad thing can make a show better because
this
the audience
is a good lesson.
relax.
Also, you can apply it to life in general. You just have fun about everything. You can always make things better with joyful attitude.
This might be difficult to kind of pinpoint, but where does this optimism for you come from? Did you always have this optimism from when you were younger?
I think it's the humor, the attitude we have. We don't take ourselves too seriously.
Yes.
And like
more serious you take yourself, harder the life is for you.
And we don't like to feel like, of course we are self-confident and we believe in what we are doing. We know our qualities, blah blah blah. But we never like take ourselves too seriously, meaning that we think we are above anyone, or you know.
Many other artists, they do take themselves too seriously.
Without reason.
Yeah.
Without any like reason.
And we have still the same lifestyle as we had when we were students.
Well, because I was going to say, obviously your life has changed for the way you travel all the world. You make a bit of money, and so can you? Is it? How do you keep grounded? How do you? Is it just the people around you?
Our mentality is so strong. We were just raised that way that you know we cannot really easily change. I mean, nothing spoiled us. We're just always the same lifestyle. If we get 10 times, 100 times more rich, we will be the same. Nothing will change us.
But also with bigger shows comes also, we are aware of that, it becomes even bigger and bigger responsibility, because now we are playing arenas, starting to play arenas everywhere, and with this comes even bigger responsibility, because you don't want to let all these people down. They came to see your show. They were waiting for years that you come to their town, and you have to give absolutely everything you got, you know. And this stayed with us because we had this classical upbringing, where we were practicing, trying to become better, going to competitions, master classes, trying to improve. So this was very healthy for us, this childhood.
Right.
It keeps us grounded to this very day.
So and do you still make it a point then to practice a lot and to keep improving?
Of course, we always.
Every hour show gets better. It's unbelievable. We really do get better every time. When we think we reach the best possible show, the next one is even better. It's unbelievable the way we grow from year to year.
And do you have your own, for instance, if we take a song and you think, okay, let's arrange this song, does one of you take a certain part and then do you decide beforehand? Or
it happens spontaneously. Okay. We just start playing and it happens naturally for us.
It's a miracle. We try to, we hear a song, we say, wow, this could be working on cello, and we take cellos, we try, and each plays its own part naturally. Okay. We don't even say, you play this, I play this. Just straight away.
And this time around, because you did play with the London Symphony Orchestra, how did that arrangement go? Did you discuss beforehand, kind of with them, what songs you wanted to do, or? Yeah,
we picked up all the tracks that we want to do. Then they found a arranger who did arrangements for the orchestra, and then we did the cello lines between ourselves. We divided who plays what. And also found a counter melody that complement the main melody. That's how it happened.
And then, of all these songs, I imagine, were there a lot more that you kind of thought about, but then kind of crossed off?
We could do 5 more albums like this.
Right.
Easy. There are so many.
And you mentioned all these songs kind of were a part of your life at some point. So I'll start with you, Luka. Which was the first one you thought about after kind of thinking about, okay, we're going to do an album with film scores? What was the first?
Well, I can tell you composers: Hans Zimmer, James Horner, Morricone, of course. These are like the 3 of my favorites.
John
Williams, Howard Shore, then Nino Rota. I have The Godfather. Yeah, so all of those were like priorities.
Okay. So was it difficult to come to this list?
It wasn't difficult because we had so many ideas, so many options. Okay. So we still have plenty left for maybe a second album.
Okay. And well, let me ask this then.
Actually, we didn't choose the best ones. We keep the best ones for the next album. Okay. This is just like, the leftovers.
But let me ask this: which of these is a little bit of a mean question? Is your favorite film or series?
Oh, Godfather is maybe the best movie as a movie.
That's the only one he watched. So.
No. And my favorite soundtrack is from Gladiator.
Okay. And for you?
I mean, these are all great movies.
Sure.
Schindler's List, Titanic, Braveheart. Gladiator,
Braveheart,
Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. So it's hard to choose.
Sure. So can you see yourself composing a film score or an original film score?
Yeah.
Is that something you'd like to do?
Yeah. Why
yes, I would love to do that. I mean, because we did one project where we composed only the end credits song. For the film, and it turned out so wonderful and we enjoyed it so much. I think composing a full score would be great, but we would need to find time,
Sure.
Because you would need at least few months of non-touring, non-playing concerts, working on this. And at the moment, we don't have the opportunity to do that. But later in life, for sure.
A final question then, because you mentioned the touring life. Is that and well, you've been doing this for quite some years, and you play a lot. So is that something you get used to? Is it something, or is it kind of become a little bit work as well?
But the bigger the shows are becoming, the easier it is in a way, because you have less shows, you have bigger shows, and each show is a spectacle. Each show is a special event, you know. So now we are starting to play arenas everywhere, and it's actually, even though a show is longer and it's more maybe physically challenging, it's more rewarding because there are more people there. It's a bigger event. Everyone is enjoying it. It's so I'm enjoying it more and more with time.
Very last question, because I read something and I'm not 100% sure if it's true because it's on the internet. But are you working on a classical album as well?
Yes, maybe in the future we would do a classical only album with one of the major orchestras, maybe Berlin Philharmonic or something. That would be interesting.
All right, guys, thank you so much for your time.
Well done.
Thank you.
Very good. Fantastic questions. Thank you so much.